Oh, that was totally limp start. There you go. Ding it hard, girl. Welcome to Akashic Answers with Emily. Your Akashic Records are now open. If you do not know what the heck your Akashic Records are, stay. Do not hang up, because I will tell you. But I know most of you guys who are coming into this space what your Akashic Records are, and you're excited to dive more deeply into yours. So the Akashic Records are the realm of consciousness where all information has been programmed. Perhaps you grew up Christian like I did, Southern Baptist to be very specific, and you've heard of the Book of Life, that your name gets written in when you accept Jesus as your Savior. Well, I do believe that that is part of the Book of Life. However, this idea of the Book of Life, which is also known as the Akashic Record, which is also known as the etheric field, which is also known as the mind of God, has been referenced throughout history, throughout all different religious texts, different cultures, different traditions, all have an understanding of the etheric field. Now, Akash is a Sanskrit word that means ether. And ether is primordial energy. So if you've heard of primordial energy before, raise your hand and say yes. That is what we are tapping into today. The primordial essence of you, so that you can see who you are, why you're here on the planet. What are the things that you need to shift? How can you shift them? All of that is available to you when you dive in and learn how to access your Akashic Records. And I have the privilege of taking you there. My name is Emily Harrison. I am not only the founder and director here inside the Akashic Academy, this amazing network of energy healers that you see giving their time, giving their knowledge, their commitment every single week here at the Academy. These are all part of our specialists, our experts, here to share energy, to share knowledge, to share wisdom and healing with you. And it's such a privilege for me to be just a girl with a dream not that long ago. Truthfully, the Akashic Academy was born around 2016. And here we are. You can see how much we've grown. My partner, I see Coach Nick out there. I see you, Coach Nick. What's up, Coach Nick? Coach Nick is my partner here in the Akashic Academy, and we're creating space for this level of collaboration. This is not just about the Akashic Records. This is not just about learning how to become an energy healer like Emily is. This is about a collaborative space where, yes, you can learn how to become an energy healer. Yes, you can learn how to become more intuitively dynamic in your life. Yes, you can learn how to create your own business with your gifts and your skills and your advanced knowledge in metaphysics, or maybe you just want to advance your own knowledge in metaphysics. But the growth of our consciousness, the expansion of our ability to understand who we are and how we are participating in our world, which that's truly what consciousness is. Consciousness is your awareness of yourself and how that is playing out, how you are participating with the one world around you, with the one universe around you. And as our consciousness expands, a lot of things about us change and expand. How you want to show up in the world, what you want to do for a career, how you want your friends to see you, how you want to see yourself, how you want to make your money, how you want to spend your time traveling, the things that you want to study about, that you're curious to spend your time doing. All of this shifts and changes. And that can be a big deal. When your whole damn life starts shifting and changing, it can be a really, really big deal. So I'm glad you guys are here. Whoops, I got all excited. Crash my things there. Very excited to create a community where we can get the answers to these questions, where we can explore, what's my answer to that question? Oh yeah, I love Coach Nick's answer to that question. I love Rhonda Elliott's answer to that question. I love Teresa Warren's answer to that question. What's my answer to that question? And answering questions is what we're all about here inside Akashic Answers with Emily. This is an opportunity for you guys to get answers to the life questions that you need answers to right now. Okay? So, first of all, I want to invite you guys to say yes if you are happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. Most of you guys know I have been traveling for quite a bit, and I'm happy to be back. I'm going to take a moment and show my happiness by sharing out my own video. Would you guys share this out too if you're happy? Share out this video. And if you're ready to dive into getting some deeper answers to the questions of your life, I want you to say yes to. All right? Say yes if you are open and ready to receive something that you might not have ever thought about before. All right? This isn't about getting answers that you'll like. I don't show up here to try to give you answers to be like, oh yeah, I love that. Well, I sort of do. I want you to like your answers. I can't lie. But the purpose isn't for me to give you great answers that make you feel good. The purpose is for me to give you answers that help you see some shit in your life that you haven't seen before, that you're willing to make a shift, that you're willing to make a change, you're willing to choose something differently. So if I piss you off today, thank you and I'm sorry. I'm learning to care less and less. But you still do care a little bit, right? You want people to be happy with the message. You want people to like what they're getting. But truthfully, if there's a pattern interrupt or you find yourself pissed off or crooked after you leave here, good. Because just the ability for you to hear something that challenges your status quo is a shift. Just hearing it is a shift. But I want to go deeper than that. I want to bring you guys, of course I want to bring you the good stuff today. So in order to get to the good stuff, I want to invite you to be vulnerable and you to ask the good stuff. I want you to feel safe in this space, to feel non-judged about whatever it is that you want to shift, heal, that you need answers to in your life here today. And now I want you to let it rip. Go ahead, send those questions in. Here's how it's going to work. While you guys are typing in and sharing your questions, I'm going to tell you thank you because you're a huge part of my show. Thank you for being vulnerable and allowing us all to grow through the circumstances that you're growing through. I honor that. You become our teacher as you do that. And I also want to let you guys know that even if I don't choose your question in particular, if you resonate with the message that is coming through me, that message is for you. We're also going to do a group healing transmission that will bring areas of shifting, expansion, growth in the area that we're talking about specifically for that question. And everyone is also invited to receive that energy, to receive that shift. So let's get it rocking and rolling here. I'm actually going to go in here on my phone to find the questions, asking Spirit just right now to bring my awareness to the perfect questions that will have the most impact for everyone showing up here, both live and on the replay. I'm going to dive in. Ooh, this is awesome. Oh, Alicia, and I just made friends with you and started talking to you today. And I looked down and their Spirit is bringing my awareness to your question. What can I do to make money? What can I do to make money with going to the Matrix job every day? Okay, here's what I wanted to, first thing that is necessary for everybody to recognize. If you are in a job that you don't like, we'll call it the Matrix job. I liked it that Alicia called it the Matrix job. These are the jobs that you feel like you gotta go to and you don't necessarily want to go to this job, but you got to pay your bills. Okay, the first thing that Spirit is inviting me to share with you guys, and this is honestly, this feels more like illumination. Just to understand the bigger picture of what's going on here. This is not necessarily answering your question specifically yet, Alicia, but hopefully they get around to that eventually. But Spirit is saying it's really important that you guys know, first and foremost, the construct, probably, I will say, okay? Probably the construct or the paradigm under which you chose the job that you have right now was not based out of you asking yourself the question, what do I love learning about? What am I curious about knowing more about? And how can I show up and contribute to the advancement of this cause on the planet? The majority of us start out a little there. Our parents tell us you can go to college, you can learn whatever it is that you want, but they want you to get a good job. They say you can do whatever you want, but you got to make sure it's one that can get you a good job, right? Or you go through trade school, or you go through something that gets you the good job so that you can be an upstanding citizen, so that they don't have to worry about you, so that you can pay your bills, so that you aren't all stressed out. Unfortunately, what this does to us is it begins to turn us into the robots, the factory workers. And I'm doing this because it's like the box is closing so in that many people, when they come to me and they're like, I need a huge change. I feel all this change. I don't know even what it is. And I'll ask them, I'll say, well, what are you curious about? What is that child, your inner child? What did your inner child really want to do? Can't even remember at this point. We are not designed to give our lives away in prison style work. Here's another part of the bigger picture that Spirit would like you all to recognize, and it is lots of layers of this to wake up to. But our society, the construct of our entire society, going to work and paying for the bills, the energy, it's all fucking false. Pardon my French. I speak French if you didn't know. It's all false. Energy is free. I have to tell you guys that energy is free. Nikolai Tesla knows this. He knew this. He was on to it. He was about to make it free for everybody when JP Morgan and Thomas Edison decided, we can't do that. We got to make this into a business. People have to pay for the energy they use. Bullshit. Guys, the technology to go out and glean and harness the amount of energy from our environment that we need to construct textiles, to create art, to build houses, to cook our food, all of this energy is free. And we're paying for all of it because we are living under a false construct. There are a lot of things about life that you feel, that I feel, that we all feel like, oh, this is really, it's not so bad. The fuck? Sorry. Yeah, we're learning to live in this 3D environment, but do not fool yourself that there are gross, and I should say egregious, violent acts towards humanity that are being committed by this overall paradigm and construct that we all have to go to work to pay for energy that's free. Life is going to change very, very dynamically and dramatically when this information does finally come to the surface, but it's been suppressed in our society for a very long time. There's also a connection to why our government won't admit that there are aliens or extraterrestrial presence, or whether you feel like these beings come from other aspects of space and time or other dimensional realities, because there are both of those. There's a lot of infinite space out there. And there's also other dimensions where beings can come in and interact with this dimension. And it might feel like they come from outer space, but they're really coming from a different dimension. But here's the point of all of it, is the reason that our government does not acknowledge that is because it begs the question, how the fuck did they get here? See, I said the F word so many times today. I won't say it anymore, I promise. We'll see how good I do there. I don't know why I'm even promising or why I care. Maybe because I was just home. Oh, I know why Kinzel is because my mama was telling me I cuss too much. I got to meet my good girl friend Kinzel Mitchell this weekend while I was home. And she got to meet my mama too. And my mama got all, didn't she, Kinzel? She's all like, you cuss too much. I was like, yeah. That's sort of what I said. It's like, fucking right. No, pardon. I said I was going to say it again. Okay, I'm getting off track. That's part of why you hang out here, though, right? It's for the entertainment. All right. So one of the reasons that the government suppresses the understanding of the ETs that are coming here is because people are going to ask, how did they get here? And they've harnessed an amount of energy that makes them able to travel either interstellarly, intergalactically, or interdimensionally, whichever one of those you want to categorize it. And we got some questions to answer. If it's costing me however much money it is to fill up my gas tank and get from point A to point B, but these guys are traveling intergalactically, like you got some splaining to do, government, right? So the biggest thing to recognize about your 3D job that is not working for you it's not working on a lot of levels. It's false on a lot of levels. And if you are feeling that misalignment with your current job, I believe that somewhere your spirit recognizes that you are being suppressed. with all of the light knowledge that's coming in the planet, that's waking us up right now, light, these photons of light that we're passing through as we pass through this section of our galaxy, which the Mayans knew. The Mayans charted our progression across the sky. They knew that we were going to be in this space where we were receiving all of this wake-up call, this photonic light from the universe. It becomes very difficult to deny yourself the journey of knowing who you truly are in an environment where all this wake up is happening. So if you are experiencing a dissatisfaction with your job, with your 3D job, I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna get better. So to try to go in and figure out, okay, how can I make this better? Maybe I need to shift careers. Yeah, we need a career shift, but your career shift, unless you're willing to dive in deeply to who you are, in terms of what are your curiosities, what are your passions, what do you love to do, and what do you want to further the progress of on this planet, you're not going to be happy in a job, in a career. It's a big shift that's unsettling a lot of people. I was doing a little shaky there. Unsettling a lot of people on the planet. But I want you to know it's a pattern. It's not just you. This is a collective opportunity for us to get free, people. And this big shift in our society is going to look like a lot of little shifts. A lot of people, and I'm going to call us little people, but we're not little. We know that we're very big and powerful. But in terms of the bigger picture of what's going on here, we're all little microcosms showing up. And so allowing yourself to see the participation of the microcosm that you are showing up, and how the decisions that you make about the job that you're going to do and how you're going to show up in life are affecting not only you, but the collective, is what's going to create the space for eventually us to live in a new civilization, a new society that has different tribal norms about how you go about figuring out your contribution to the community. Yes, it is important that we still make money. We still have to be upstanding citizens. I know so many of us are ready to just like buck the monetary system, and yeah, it's out of whack. It's out of whack. I'm going to invite you to look at the deeper essences of how you make money. Okay, so now that we've seen what that world really entails, I want you to get down to essence of why do you need to make money? Because we need freedom. We want freedom to move around the planet. Okay? Money is our freedom. And we're giving away our freedom for money. So just allow your brain to be like, oh, fuck, what'd she say? I'm a bad promiser. And recognize there's a significant amount of untangling that needs to be done. When freedom is what we're really looking for, but we're giving it up for money. And the whole reason that we want money is because we want to be free. Getting free in your energy is the most profound thing that you can do. And when you get free in your own energy, Mother Earth is an abundantly resourceful planet. There are so many resources that are here and available to you. And if you will allow yourself to not be so attached to the way that we think life works and how we have to make money, and you allow yourself to unattach from that old story, you're going to create space to magically create resource and support for yourself by internally being in a space of alignment, freedom, peace, trust. Making money doesn't look like what we think it does. See, part of this old paradigm, I gotta get going on some new questions here. I could talk about this one all day, as you see. Part of this old paradigm of being stuck in that construct of feeling like we're imprisoned to our job, it's like there's only one way that we think about it. So we also tend to think about, oh, there's only one way that I create money and resource for myself in this world, and that is by going to get a job. And yes, that does work, but we are so much more magical than that. Money is an essence of resource and freedom available here to us. So find your essence in an energetic quality, as opposed to having to do it through a physical going day to day into a job. You got to turn it inward. And once we begin to look inward and we begin to adjust those things inside of ourselves, everything about our world, our physical world, will begin to change, including our jobs. And just look at how much it's changed now. Well, the job that I have, first of all, I fucking made up. I made up my own job. But being like a YouTuber, being a teacher, being somebody, an online personality like this wasn't a job that there was 20 years ago. I couldn't go to college and learn how to do this, how to create my own entrepreneurial online business. You couldn't do that. We don't even know the jobs that are going to be required for us in the next 20 years. But I can tell you there is a dramatic shift happening. And not everything makes sense all at once. But if you want to be a part of the shift and the solution, start diving into your own inner world, discovering your intuition, your spiritual gifts, your ability to heal yourself, to help others. All of this is the knowledge that we're craving. And it's the shift that's happening from our entertainment to our jobs to everything. Okay, so for anybody who is in the process, because I said that we will do energy healings for everybody too. Anybody who, and let me just check in, who is in the process of a job shift or a career shift or a mission? Like, the way I show up needs to be completely different. If that is you, please say yes. I want to hold space for each one of you who say yes. That was me at a point in my life. I am still learning, growing, shifting, changing. But there was definitely a time when I was like, I cannot take the old way that I'm showing up on this planet anymore. And if that's you, I want you to say yes. I'm going to bring through the energy right now. This is coming through from the law of association. I have made this shift. I see hearts of people coming up who have made this shift, who are making this shift. The Akashic Records is a quantum tool that can help you do that. So if you need assistance, I want you to reach out to me. But if you are feeling that dynamic change coming in for you, get some and thank you. Because as you shift and change this, we're changing the entire planet. You are showing up as part of the mission. So receive this energy, this support, this strength for all of you who are shifting in this way right now. And receive it from the vibration of the triangle, okay? And 3 ways. We've got 3 notes harmonizing there. Receiving that. I'm going to let you guys continue to receive that for a moment. I'm going to go dive in and grab another question. Oh, so many yeses coming in. I love you guys. Get some. Oh, Teresa Warren said, not only did you make up your own job, but you created a platform for others to do so as well, including me. Yeah, baby. Anybody else who wants to come play in our sandbox, come on. Oh, Kinzel said, I was just about to say your mom said no cursing. All right, Rita says, how do I pull my oratory skills from my Akash? I feel that was important as a leader and a royal. Okay, I'm gonna be damn honest, I don't know what oratory skills are. However, I wonder if you're talking about becoming an oracle when you say that, because that's what that word reminds me of. So Rita, are you talking about becoming an oracle? And if so, hot damn. If I didn't hear messages coming in earlier today, I get lots of downloads coming in about ideas for videos, how to present information that makes people get really excited, how to activate your own inner oracle with the Akashic Records. Whoa, I was all about it earlier, so I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna hope that that's what you mean. Now, assuming, by the way, can make you look like an asshole. So if you did not mean oracle skills, Rita, then I shall be the asshole today. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure what that word means, but I think it means oracle, so I'm gonna go with it. And I think that's an interesting question anyway, is how do you pull your own oracle skills from the Akashic Records? One of the most amazing things that I use the records for is like that of an oracle. So an oracle is similar to a being that has the ability to alter consciousness, alter his or her own consciousness perhaps also the consciousness of those around him or her, and move into a state where from this higher state of consciousness, we can ask the right questions and receive the right insight. It's all about learning to ask the right questions. Everyone has the ability to access their own Akashic records. Many of us have the ability to access the Akashic records of others, of circumstances. When you learn how to do this, it is something that's possible for you to do. But it's also a process about learning to ask the right questions. This is very, very huge. Those of you who have read the Celestine Prophecy, you know that James Redfield talks about our consciousness is measured by the questions that we ask. So learning to ask the right questions. Well, how the hell you learn to ask the right questions? I'm going to give you some basics, okay? I'll give you this basic one real fast. I actually reposted this earlier today because I thought it was so good. And I believe, I'm just going to grab it real fast so I don't mess it up. Okay, here. This came from Linda Eubanks, posted this in Soology. Here, you guys can see this. It says, why is this happening to me? Cross out, what is this teaching me? So one of the hugest ways that you can learn to get more insight in your life is to shift the questions that you ask. This question goes from making you a victim, why is this happening to me, to you owning your shit. What is this teaching me? You are actually your own deepest teacher, okay? So when you shift and you go into asking, what am I here to learn? How can I expand from this? Instead of coming from a victim mentality, I should say, or that vibrational frequency, own it. Owning it is the strongest position that you can come into a situation with. Any time that you are looking for a deeper insight and answer, shift from being a victim, shift instantly into owning it, and discover for yourself how the answers are different. I'm going to invite you guys all to play with this week. And I'm going to do, we're going to bring in a little vibrational shift here, and then I got to go because Rhonda McClendon is coming up next, followed by Rhonda and Boggy working together, and then Boggy by himself. So you got a full afternoon here at the Akashic Academy. But any of you guys who want to ingrain that shift right now, okay, I'm going to teach you, this is simple, but truthfully, this is a more advanced protocol that I teach my Akashic Records students. It's called the reset breath. The idea of the reset breath and how to do it the way my guides showed me came directly from my guides. However, you're going to find similarity to this in a lot of other knowledge, perhaps protocol that you've done before. This is just the way that my guides gave it to me. But the reset breath, what we do is we take a nice deep breath in, pausing at the top of the breath. That is the point of zero resistance. It's 0 point energy. And you can make shifts and adjustments in yourself. Whatever you make up to do that you want to shift, you can. And then the exhale of the breath is the final part of that breath, the release, okay? So what I want to invite you to use the reset breath for is to reset the way you ask questions about yourself and about your life. So we are going to reset from asking questions where we are the victim to asking questions where we are fully owning and taking responsibility for everything that we've experienced. Now, like I said, it's good to energetically give yourself some kind of a little support to do this, because it's like dieting. You're like, yes, I'm going to get on my diet tomorrow morning, and I'm going to eat all carrots all day. And then you wake up, and after you've had the third cup of coffee and the muffin, you're like, oh, damn, I was going to eat carrots today, right? So it's good to do this little energetic programming so you can remember to eat your carrots tomorrow. All right? Everybody take a nice deep breath in. Hang on, I love it when I do this. You guys see this? Just that's all I'm going to say. Everybody take a nice deep breath in. Pausing at the top. Allow that sound to shift your energy frequency, melting all of your need to show up as a victim, your tendency to show up as a victim, letting all of that go, releasing with the breath now. And as you release, setting in that ownership, that responsibility. That is truly the way to get the most powerful information from your Akash, or when you are going in, if you are a healer or a reader and you go in for your clients asking for this oracle type information, the best thing you can do for them too is to phrase the question in a way that the responsibility is on the party that you're seeking the knowledge for, okay? All right, I love hanging out, being back with you all. This is truly only the tip of the iceberg. The Akashic Records provide opportunity to heal, shift, expand, activate your psychic gifts, skills, and abilities, understanding what they are. If you resonate with the Akashic Records, if you expand when you show up here in this space, I want to invite you to reach out to me. This is a skill that I learned how to do. And like Teresa said, we are blazing a trail here of creating what it means to show up in the new earth, creating new jobs, creating new experiences, creating new classes, new opportunities to share our knowledge with each other. It is magical and fun. If you are missing magic and fun in your life and you resonate with this information, I want to connect with you. I'm going to share, I'll just share quickly right now, and then I need to go because I'm really over. The link to my schedule for those of you who want to book a free chat session with me and learn more about how the Akashic Records can change everything about how you are experiencing life for the better, then I want you to get in touch with me. I also want you guys to keep an eye out for the breath retreat. That's what I'm calling it, the breath retreat. It is going to be an online retreat where we do synchronized breathing for each other, with each other, all week long. Next week, we're going to start on Sunday night. So keep your eyes peeled for the breath retreat. I love you. I'm going to post this real fast and then I got to go. Because Rhonda's already on. Sorry, Rhonda. Sorry, Rhonda. Okay. Oh, Robin. Well, now I really owe her an apology because I called her the wrong damn name. Robin, I love you. I love you too, Rhonda Elliott, who was your birthday this week. All right, guys. I'll see you back here soon.